You know, when the doors opened at 2 o'clock this afternoon, it was pouring outside, but that didn't stop the faithful from coming in here to witness a miracle. Let's send things outside now to Naya Harden. Hey, Naya.
Hey, Alan, that's right. It's cold, it's raining, it's even windy now. I'm telling you, earlier today when I was out here with these people, not one of them complained about the weather today. Many of them were soaked, not prepared for this type of weather. They said that the rain was a sign. It was a blessing from the Father.
Let it rain.
Holy water, that's what you call it?
Holy water.
Hi, would you call this holy water?
Oh, you betcha.
A smile on every face from different parts of the country.
Where are you coming from?
Grosse Pointe.
St. Clair, Montefelco, Grosse Pointe Park.
Novi.
Wisconsin. Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin.
Bloomer, Wisconsin.
Minnesota! Woo!
Detroit, Michigan to St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Isidore. Home Township.
Yeah.
From
Canton.
St. Thomas of Becket, Canton.
Wow. Where are you
Dearborn.
from?
Dearborn.
Township.
Hi, honey. Hello. How are you?
Thousands lined up in the pouring rain for the historical beatification. Many believe the rain is a blessing.
They're calling this holy water. What do you think?
I believe so. I believe that Father Solano is reading upon us.
Just think of the rain that we're getting blessed by Jesus right now.
They're calling this holy water. You're obviously getting a lot of it.
Yeah, well, I need a lot of it.
I was hoping it wouldn't be rainy, but it's all holy water, being blessed. We're being blessed by Father Solanus.
This is the greatest thing that's happened to Michigan in a long, long time.
And you guys, there are several people still out here. You can see them all the way over here. You can see them just heading back to their cars, heading back to their hotels, going to enjoy a good night. We're going to continue to talk to some of these people, see what they thought after this Mass, because a lot of them came here expecting something. They're praying that they get something very soon. Naya Harden, 7 Action News.
Naya, absolutely. That rain didn't stop the tens of thousands of people from coming into Ford Field. You know, roughly there was about 65,000 people here in attendance. Of course, all of them wanting to be here to witness a miracle, to see Father Solanus Casey become beatified by the Catholic Church, of course, bringing him one step closer to sainthood. For now, reporting live here in Ford Field, I'm Alan Campbell. Brianne, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Alan. And now we want to see your photos from the ceremony today at Ford Field. If you're home already and watching this, email them right now to us at sendit@WXYZ.com. And if you know anyone who's there, please pass along this message to them. You can go to our photo gallery at WXYZ.com. And checking in now with the weather, we saw it is very rainy out there, as from Naya's report. Also, you can see it right there on the camera. This is our live look at Campus Martius. There's a lot of raindrops right on there and not a lot of folks skating because of it. Hallie, what are we expecting out there?
It has been a soaker all day long, Brianne, and anywhere from 1.5 inches to almost 2 inches of rain in some spots across Metro Detroit. And you can see it lighting up here. Reports of almost 1.5 inches in Wixom, Oakland County. Romulus, the airport, 1.77. So it is a new record, a new daily rainfall record set there today. Now you can see that changeover, some colder air rushing in behind the cold front. This is changing, mixing with some snow at times, and some of that may be a bit heavy too. You're going to find that around Oakland County, up toward Lapeer, back toward Howell. Those temperatures have fallen into the low to mid 30s. We're still waiting for the downtown area, Monroe, which are now situated between 40 and 44, still a little warm to mix with snow, but it'll happen. And so this moves through pretty quickly. Just watch for maybe a few slick spots. Still the pavement is a little warm, so that is good news. It'll be wet, maybe some of that light accumulation on grassy areas. It's a windy one. Winds overnight, gusty, and cold temperatures tomorrow. We'll talk about it in the 7-day.
Thanks, Hallie. And another big college football afternoon. Michigan State hosting Maryland, Michigan taking on Wisconsin. Casey's here to break it all down.
Yeah, well, we can't show you the highlights quite yet from Michigan State, but we'll start with Michigan-Wisconsin. This game, kind of a tale of two halves. Michigan hung with Wisconsin for the first 30 minutes, but the second half was a little bit disastrous for them. Second quarter, Wisconsin up 7-0 when Ben Mason muscles his way into the end zone there with a little push from his teammate. Ties it up for the Wolverines. Third quarter, Alex Hornibrook picked off by Devin Bush. And we're headed back the other way. Now, last week, Jim Harbaugh told his kicker, Quinn Nordine, that if he didn't make his next field goal, he'd be riding the bench. Well, he did. He drills the 39-yard kick to give Michigan the lead. The lead was short-lived, though. A few minutes later, Hornibrook hurls it to A.J. Taylor. Beautiful throw in the end zone. Badgers back out in front. Wisconsin goes on to win it 24-10, keeping their playoff hopes alive. And in East Lansing, the Spartans battling through some snow. Doesn't seem like it's bothering them too much, though. Michigan State has two touchdowns. Quarterback Brian Lewerke turning the wheels on for one of those. Spartans lead the Terps 17-7 in the fourth. So they're almost done. Hopefully about to get a win unless something crazy happens. But yeah, too bad for Michigan and Wisconsin. It was going to be a tough battle for them regardless, but not looking so good with their last game being Ohio State.
Yeah, well, at least we got Michigan State winning today. That's good. Well, hopefully. And up next, we do have some breaking news for you. The Partridge Family star David Cassidy, ABC is reporting he is in the hospital right now in critical condition. We'll tell you what he's been suffering from and what doctors had to do. Also, police say this is the face of a killer. It's a new composite investigators want you to take a very close look at. We'll tell you which high-profile crime they believe this man is responsible for. We do have some breaking news tonight. We are learning the Partridge Family star David Cassidy fighting for his life in a Florida hospital. His spokesperson says he is in critical condition with liver and kidney failure. He added Cassidy was in a medically induced coma, but he is now conscious and with his family. He is best known for his role as heartthrob Keith Partridge in the 1970s sitcom. Cassidy is just 67 years old. Police have released a composite sketch of a suspect in the murder of a young father-to-be. Police say this man in this sketch here is the man who gunned down the co-owner of the Detroit water station, Devin Lewis, in an alley behind the business on Woodward and 7 Mile. Another person was wounded. It happened Tuesday on Detroit's east side. If you recognize the suspect, please call Detroit Police. And some other news of the day, everything back to normal following a big scare at the library on Detroit's west side. Fire officials say a carbon monoxide detector went off at the Hubbard Branch Library on McNichols near the lodge. It happened around noon today. Fire crews say the building was evacuated and ventilated. No one was injured. The library did close for the day. And a big boom shaking people up downriver. Coming from where and why, we're telling you what we believe about this mysterious noise. We're back in just a moment.